Hey, I've been thinking about Superman games because apparently that's what I do at 4:11 in the morning on a Sunday. And I mean, as I'm sure some of you know, there hasn't really been a good Superman game. Obviously Superman 64 is, like the Superman game everyone's heard of, and it's regarded as the worst game of all time a lot. Um, and I know that a part of the reason why there hasn't really been a good Superman game is that people, they don't really know how someone could lose, you know? Like, what would the challenge be in a Superman game? Aside from just getting all the powers correct, you know? Like, actually, like, the mechanics of the game and how it would work. What is the threat to the player? How do they lose? I mean, yes, Superman has weaknesses, but and he's canonically died, but you can't really have that in the game and have it all make sense. Especially because Superman is OP, and the game would probably want to give the player a that rush of power, that power fantasy and everything. So I think I figured a way, and it's kind of, I guess, one game kind of started on it, and that game is the Superman Returns game, the like licensed tie-in movie thing for the terrible movie. It was on like the 360 or whatever, and instead of Superman having a life bar, they the city Metropolis had a life bar, and if you didn't do things good enough, the city would end up destroyed or whatever, and then you would lose. And so I guess expanding that, what you can do to make a Superman game challenging is is have it on a timer, right? Like the whole game would be on like a timer, kind of like, I mean, I don't know if it'd be like just the whole game would be one time or mission to mission you'd be on a timer or whatever, but it'd be open world, and you're on this timer, and aside from the main story, which I don't know, whatever the main story is, the main problem, you have all these side quests, because of course Superman has all these senses. He can hear everyone in trouble and see everyone in trouble and everything. So like there's constantly all of these side quests popping up, and for everyone you don't do, someone dies, and for everyone you do choose, you're ignoring a bunch of other people, and they're all dying, right? And so instead of a purely mechanical loss, in the game of, like a game over type thing. It's like an emotional one because you know that despite being Superman, you can't save everyone, which is a conflict that the character faces, like in the comics and stuff a lot. And I think that's how you really make the transition to the video game and really give the video game a sense of loss when you're not successful. And of course, the longer you take on one mission, the less time you have to do others and to save other people. So you can like choose to do all the side missions, but then you'll run out of time for the big one, and the Earth gets destroyed or whatever. And at the same time, you wouldn't want to rush through every mission because then Superman's so powerful, lose control and all that. A lot of collateral damage, which means more people dead, and maybe I don't know. The game will take place when Luthor is president, so for all the damage that Superman does, you get a lot of bad press, and then people don't want Superman helping them, and so you get that loss again of, well, now I can't save anyone because they don't want my help, and Superman, while he has played with the totalitarian, save everyone despite what everyone wants type thing. I don't think that's what they're going with. That's what they should go with in the game, or they can make that another conflict, like do you save these people and get more negative feelings. So it'd be kind of like a morality system, but it'd be between, instead of between evil and good, it's between letting these people hurt themselves with their agency, or not allowing them to have free will at all, but keeping them safe. And so that's just a quick thought on that, because I had it at 4 in the morning. And I mean, I doubt anyone actually making a Superman game will ever come across this, but hopefully, now that I put it out there in the collective knowledge base that is the internet, it'll go into some sort of collective unconscious, and some game developer will, just instantly, yes, this makes sense. This is how Superman should be done. Because I need a haircut. Okay, the end.